Hey everyone, welcome back to another practice with Laura and Jenny at Coda Yoga Studio. We're really excited today just to give you a really nice, comprehensive, straight up flow. So a lot of dynamic movement, a lot of all around different types of movement. So we'll focus specifically on some good classic hip opening, lengthening the inner thigh and the hamstrings, but we'll be peppering in just some sort of like a little twist to these classic movements with some fun accessories. We would recommend having two blocks or supportive type props that you can weight bear on, put your hands on, and help with a little bit of pick up and lift off near the end. And then a strap or a tie or towel for support at the end as well would be great. So please feel free just to make your space. Take a second, set up your area, make sure it's free of clutter, and let's get started on our practice. So go ahead and start the music, and let's come to child's pose to get started. And we'll just enjoy a nice hip opening release in child's pose. So knees can go a little wider than hips. If you'd like a little extra stretch this morning, the legs can go a little bit wider. Be careful not to over widen the knees, so this puts a burden on your low back. Make sure it is a nice balance between being a comfortable stretch for the thighs and the back of the hips, as well as a little release for your spine. Soften the tailbone down toward your heels and just relax the arms forward. We'll be here just for another 30 seconds or so, enough just to allow yourself to settle in, to take some deep breaths, to come into the space of practice. As best you can, try to release from the distractions around you. As possible or as impossible as that may be, just try to be here in your present moment. Feel the breath as you breathe in span across the entire chest. Feel that sense of creation as it opens and brings some lightness to the front and the back of the ribs. Now come forward, find a table pose. As you exhale, release the hips back down to heels, soften into child's pose. And inhale again, easy slide forward, table pose. And exhale, hips to heels. One more time, inhale, pull forward. And exhale, take it back, hips to heels. Inhale, shift forward, lean forward a little bit more, get into the front of the hips now. Exhale, drop back a little bit deeper, press into the hands, ribs to inner thighs. Inhale, flow back forward. Sink forward. Exhale, sink back, hips to heels. This time, inhale, shift forward, tuck the toes, really slow press to down dog. Take your time. And we're just going to take a moment here in down dog just to settle in. Take some deep breaths. Movement if you like movement, or stillness if stillness feels really nice today. Find and maintain that sense of breath. Deep inhale, deep exhale. Last moment or two here in downward facing dog. Relax the back of the neck, sides of the neck, and the jaw. Let's inhale, stretch the right leg into the air, one-legged dog. Bend your knee and open your hip. Roll out the ankle, point and flex the foot. Just stay here for a second. You can even turn your hips open into this little down dog twist. And take the right foot, step it forward in between the hands. You can come either onto your fingertips or bring your hands to those props. Hold your lunge pose, send your chest forward. As you exhale, straighten the right leg, fold in. Inhale, drop back into your lunge. Exhale, straighten the right leg and fold in. Inhale, sink forward, lunge pose. Breathe out, straighten, fold in. And just feel this. Inhale again, lunge forward. Exhale, straighten, soften into the body. Inhale, find your lunge pose. Last round, exhale, straighten and fold. Come back into your lunge pose. Plant the hands to the floor. Easy step back into downward facing dog. Let the body rock forward to plank pose. Knees up or knees down, lower to the earth. Draw the shoulders back, elbows into your sides. Inhale, pull forward, cobra or upward facing dog. Big breath. Down dog, exhale. Take a second here in down dog. Good. Inhale, stretch the left leg into the air. Bend the knee, open the hip. Get a moment here just to feel this out. Even though we are Vinyasa, breath with movement, we take our time. Savor each moment. Step the left foot through. Find your lunge. Find blocks or earth. Send the chest forward, lift and lengthen. As you exhale, straighten the leg, fold in, chest to thigh. Stay fluid. Inhale, lunge. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lunge, pull forward. Exhale, straighten and fold. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale, bow in. Inhale, lunge. And last time, exhale, fold. Come to your lunge, plant your hands. Easy step back into plank pose. Lower down to the floor. Inhale, cobra or press upward facing dog, nice and strong. Downward facing dog, couple breaths here. Good. We're going to add on to this and get into the inner thigh just a little bit more. From down dog, inhale, stretch right leg into the air. This time, step the foot to the outside of your hand, landing into a lizard lunge or a wider lunge. Toes turn out just a little bit wider to the right corner. Send your chest forward, hands to earth or blocks. Now straighten the right leg, pull the hips up high, fold to the inner thigh. Inhale, lunge into the knee, sink forward. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, lizard lunge. Exhale, straighten and fold. Inhale, full lizard lunge. Breathe out and fold. Inhale, lunge pose. Step it on back. Find plank pose. Lower half or all the way. Cobra or right into up dog. Big breath in. Down dog, exhale. Good. Left side. Inhale, stretch the leg into the air. Full breath. Reach through the toes. Place it to the outside of the left hand. Lizard. Let the toes turn out just a little bit. Come to fingertips or palms or fists. Deep exhale, straighten. Pull hips high, fold in. Inhale, sink forward, lunge. Exhale, fold. Good, few more. Inhale, pull forward. Feel this dynamic movement opening up the legs. Straighten, fold. Inhale, draw forward. Breathe out and fold. Draw forward, find your lunge. Exhale, fold in. Good, find your lunge. Plant your hands, take it back. Chaturanga, half or all the way. Breathe in, take your time here. Try not to rush through it. Down dog on the exhale. Take a breath. Good, in and out through the nose. So again, the point here in Vinyasa practice, though, we do breath with movement is not to move fast, not to move beyond our control. We should never feel winded, but our ability to link our movement with our breath, elongating the inhale and the exhale, taking our time. From downward facing dog, come to the tiptoes. Switch your gaze forward and step or tiptoe or little hop to the top of your yoga mat. Come right into halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana, look forward. Exhale and fold all the way down. Good, inhale, stretch all the way to standing, reach the arms overhead, palms apart or together, hands to heart center. Surya Namaskar A, Sun Salutation A. Start with the hands at your sides. Inhale, reach the arms overhead, look up. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Halfway lift on the inhale, plant your hands, step or light hop back, lower. Inhale, rise. And exhale into downward facing dog. 5 deep breaths. In and out through the nose. The dynamic aspect of our practice is not only in our bodies, but where can you feel the sense of fluidity and rhythm in your breath? Come to tiptoes as you look forward, switch your gaze, step or hop to the top, come to halfway lift. Exhale and fold. And inhale, rise to standing, reach the arms overhead. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, round 2, reach the arms up. Forward fold, exhale. Halfway lift, plant your hands, step or jump back, keep it light as you lower, catch yourself, chaturanga. Inhale, rise. Exhale, belly in, down dog. Breathe here. Come to tiptoes, switch your gaze. Step or hop to the top, find a halfway lift. Forward fold on the exhale. Inhale, stretch to standing, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, hands to heart. Round 3. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Big breaths. Inhale, halfway lift, plant the hands. Step or hop back, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, pull forward and up. Exhale, down dog, 5 breaths. In and out through the nose. Think the inhale going across the front of the chest, the exhale drawing the navel in. Good. Last 2 breaths here. Find the tiptoes. Strong exhale, look forward. Step or float, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Good. Inhale to rise to standing, reach arms up. Exhale, hands to heart. We're going to take a variation on our Surya Namaskar B. Take your hands at your sides, draw your legs together. Inhale, Utkatasana, chair pose. Reach the arms up, lift and lengthen. Forward fold, exhale, come down. Halfway lift, look forward, plant your hands, step or jump back, chaturanga. Inhale, rise, open the chest. Exhale, down dog. All right, so a little different here from down dog. Raise the right leg, inhale. Step the foot to the outside of your right hand. Lizard, spin the back heel to the floor. Inhale, lift up to just a wide stance, warrior 1. Sink down, hands to the inside, push the floor away, chaturanga. Inhale, rise. Down dog, exhale. Inhale, left leg lifts. Step to the outside, lizard stance, drop the back heel. Inhale, wide warrior 1. Exhale, sink down, take it back, chaturanga. Inhale, rise. Downward facing, exhale, couple breaths here. Good. Breathe in, breathe out. Find the toes. Look forward. Hips high, step or jump. Halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Legs together. Inhale, Utkatasana, chair pose, reach up. Come to standing. Exhale. Second round. Inhale, Utkatasana, chair pose. Exhale, forward fold, hands down. Gaze forward, plant the hands, step or float, chaturanga. Inhale, rise. Exhale, down dog. Stretch the right leg, inhale. Step to the outside, exhale, drop the heel. Inhale, wide structure, warrior one. Sink down, hands to the inside, take it back, chaturanga. Rise. Exhale, dog pose. Inhale, left leg. Step to the outside, drop the heel. Inhale, press down to lift. Sink low, hands to the floor, float it back, chaturanga. Inhale, lift. Downward dog. Deep breaths. Good. Take an inhale to the toes. Exhale, prepare, step or float, halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Utkatasana, chair pose. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Hands at your sides, come to standing. One more round. Good, nice and strong. Take an inhale. Utkatasana, reach up. Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, plant your hands, get your hips up tall, step or float. Inhale, rise. Down dog, exhale. Inhale, right leg stretches, reach the toes. Step to the outside, drop the heel in, inhale, lift up, warrior one. Hands down, float it back, chaturanga. Inhale, lift. Down dog, exhale. Inhale, send left leg up tall. Step to the outside, drop the heel. Inhale, lift up, warrior one. Hands to the inside, take it back, float it back, chaturanga. Inhale, lift. Big exhale, down dog. Hold here nice and strong, regulate your breathing. In and out through the nose. Find your tiptoes, switch your gaze, step or jump, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Closing it out, Utkatasana, chair pose. Lift and lengthen. Come to standing, exhale. Now for a second here at the top of your yoga mat, take the feet just out a little bit wider, let the toes turn out a little bit wider. Good, bring the hands to heart center and just take a round or two of deep breath. In and out through the nose. Good. Inhale, stretch the arms up overhead. Bend the knees, Malasana yogic squat. Stay in your heels, press away the floor. Inhale, stand up, reach up. Malasana, sink down. Inhale, stand right up, push away the earth. Exhale down, like feet are pulling away the floor. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale, stretch up, lift. Exhale down. Pause. Let the arms just kind of relax over the knees for a moment. Plant the right hand down to the floor. Turn the chest and the left arm up to the ceiling. Keep this soft on the arms and on the hands, just a chance to get into the chest and into the hips. Circle it down, plant the left hand, send your right arm up nice and tall. And then bring it down. Connecting Vinyasa or down dog. You can take that chaturanga float back right from your Malasana or just simply step back. Those of you who are working your jump back from Malasana, shift your weight onto your hands, get your hips up tall, step or float. Good. We'll meet in downward facing dog. All right, just a little bit of core work here as we get into our first flow. Good. Take an inhale, stretch the right leg into the air. Bring the right knee to the right upper arm like crow pose. Inhale, reach it back. Knee to elbow like crow pose. Inhale up. And knee to the elbow, hold. Keep it forward, shoulders over hands. Bring that foot forward, step it through. Good. Spin the left heel to the floor. We're going to set up for warrior two. Inhale, backstroke all the way up. Good. Ideally, we tend to have the feet heel to heel or heel to arch. Okay, so we're looking for an intersection of the front foot with the back foot. Please take the right hand, either forearm onto your thigh or the hand to the floor. Left hand onto your left hip. Good. Press the right arm into that inner thigh and send your left arm up and overhead, side angle pose. You can absolutely take the hand down to the floor, down to a block. Good. Spin the ribs open. Yeah, nice strong energy out through the top fingertips. Turn the gaze underneath the arm. Good. Big breaths. Sweep it up. Warrior two. Hands to hips. Straighten your front leg. Shorten your stride. We're going to work to triangle pose. Again, block or hand to earth, but if you are using the block, it's going to go to the back side. Reach your right arm out forward. Take the hand down if you're using that block. Bring it to the outside of your right ankle. With the left hand onto your hips, spin your chest open, tone your thighs, and lift your left arm. Good. Try to match your left shoulder with your right shoulder, so spin the right ribs open a little bit more. Good. We're going to stay in this triangle position, work into our next posture. So keep the hips, keep the shoulders in that open position best you can. Bring the top hand to your hip. Half moon. Bend your right knee, slide your right hand or block forward. Then start to slide the left foot in. Take it up hip height. Flex the toes and drive through the heel. Open up your chest, spin the hips, and then when you're ready, send the left arm all the way up to the ceiling. Half moon. Ardha Chandrasana. Good. Strong left leg and balanced right leg. Nice. Circle the left hand down to the floor. Keep the left leg lifted for standing splits. So turn the chest down, turn the ribs down. Good. Option one, both hands to the floor. Option two, right hand goes behind the right ankle or the right calf muscle. Good. And as you pull into that calf muscle, press it against the shin bone. Yeah. Then step the left leg back into lunge pose. Lower the left knee down to the floor. We're going to find a half splits. Pull the hips back, straighten the right leg. Curl all 5 toes back towards your knee or back towards your shin. Send your chest forward. And bend back into the right knee. Good. Lift the back knee. Anchor your left hand. It is now your base. We're going to find our side plank. Spin to the outer arch of your left foot. Start to step the right leg either scissor back so it can be forward of your left foot or stack it on top of your left foot. Find your balance, press away the floor and send the right arm to the ceiling. Vashisthasana 1. So classic side plank. Navel in, thighs squeeze together, push away the floor, hold for another breath, nice and strong. Lift up a little bit taller. Good, and then circle it down. Yeah, chaturanga. Inhale, rise. Down dog on the exhale. Take a moment here. Deep breaths in, deep breaths out. Good. Left side. Inhale, reach the leg back. Knee to left elbow like crow pose. Inhale, reach it back. Knee to left elbow like crow. Inhale back. One more like crow pose. Hold, hover it forward. Keep it there. Step it right forward in between your hands. Spin the right heel down. Inhale, warrior two. Good. Intersect the front heel with the back foot. Good. Nice. Hips open, chest open. Reach forward, forearm to thigh, or left hand to earth or block. Good. Turn your chest open, sweep the right arm up and overhead. Go to Utthita Parsva Konasana, extended side angle pose. Strong foundation in your back leg. And as you press into your back foot, soften your left inner thigh. Sweep it all the way back up to warrior two. Straighten the front leg, shorten your stance just a little bit. Good. As the hips pull to the back of your yoga mat, send your left arm forward over the left thigh. Triangle pose, Utthita Trikonasana. Left hand can come down to either block or the earth, encouraging you to go behind the left ankle. Good. Send top arm up to the ceiling. Stack right shoulder over left. Imagine as though the left heel were pulling back just a little bit toward the right heel. Good. Take the right hand to the hip, bend your left knee and slide the block forward. Good. Now with control, slide the right leg in. Lift up Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. Turn the ribs, turn the hips. Get strong on your base leg. Lift, fly, top arm. Hold here nice and strong. And return the right hand to earth. Good. Standing splits, pause. Two hands can be to earth, or you can work with your props. Otherwise, left hand snakes behind the left ankle or left calf, pulls it forward into the shin bone, and you fold in just a little bit more. Good. Back leg reaches straight back and up like a compass pointing north. Good. And then release the hand, take a long step back to lunge. Lower the right knee, pull back, half splits. Bend back into the left knee, lift your back, and we're going to find our lunge pose. Plant the right hand as your anchor hand for side plank, and then start to swivel left leg back, either in front of or on top of your right leg. Send left arm up to the ceiling. If you're feeling a little less balanced, scissor your legs instead of stacking them. Good. Lift the bottom hip up and away a little bit more. Circle the hand down. Chaturanga or down dog. Nice. Good. Couple breaths. Let's lower the knees and find a child's pose. Take a moment here just to enjoy a little release on the arms. Some stretch in the hips. Just a brief interlude in Balasana, child's pose. Soften the rhythm of your breathing. Come back to the intention as to why you're on your mat. Now lift up, and I'd like you to find your props. Okay, 2 books should do just fine here. If you have thick books, you can always pause and grab a couple books. All right, something we can plant our hands down on. We're going to find a little bit of an elevated downward facing dog. Now this can be done without blocks if you're in a pinch. It's just going to be a little bit easier for those of you who have props. Okay, we really want to work on the mechanics of this. Lift your right leg into the air. Now, think right knee to right arm, but instead of keeping the knee bent, can you straighten your right leg and hover it toward the top corner? Now lift it back. Do the same thing. Knee to outer arm, straighten the leg. Back into the air. Do it one more time. Knee to outer arm, straighten it. Now hold forward like plank pose. Pull the right heel in like crow pose. Hover, hold. Step the foot in between your blocks. Good. Beautiful. Now from here, we'll just spin the back heel down to the floor. Find warrior two again. Good. The sequence is going to be very familiar, but we're going to add in a piece. Little twist to this. All right. Reach forward. Take your index and middle finger and grab onto your big toe. Turn your chest open, sweep your left arm alongside your left ear. If you feel like your left arm is dropping you forward and down, take your arm up higher, turn your chest open, make that the priority to lift up. Okay, so we want your chest to be open to the left. Good. Hold your toe, straighten your top arm to the ceiling, straighten your right leg like a big wide-legged triangle pose, wide stance triangle. Good. Press your fingers into the toes. Press the toe into your knuckles. Tone your right inner thigh. And now for some balance fun. Left hand to left hip, hold the toe. Bend your knee. Slide slowly, half moon with a big toe hold. Shift your weight forward, heart forward. Flex the life into that left leg as it lifts up. See if you can hold that half moon with a big toe hold. It's okay if we waver or wobble. It's okay, just do your best. That's all we can ask for. One more breath. Circle the left hand down, standing splits with that big toe hold again. Use it to fold in. Good, then release that hold the toe, release the left foot down. So you're still holding onto that big toe. All right, so a couple variations. We're gonna work our side plank. You can do tree pose and side plank. You can do the first variation of side plank. Otherwise, with or without a block. Side plank 2, you're gonna hold onto the toe, big toe hold. Turn open into side plank, send that right leg up to the ceiling, hold the toe, drive your chest open. Good, send the heart forward, push away the floor, release the foot, and go to plank pose. Move the blocks. Chaturanga controlled. Up dog controlled. Down dog. Good. Big inhale, big exhale. All right. So same work, opposite side. I'd like you to find those props again. Take the blocks down to their lower height or books, whatever you have. Okay, because this is, again, not just about like muscling through this. This is about using the mechanics to work the alignment. So let's find it. Inhale, left leg lifts. Knee to the outer left arm. Now keep that foot hovering. Can you shoot the foot off? Try to straighten it. Send it back. Same thing. Shoot the foot forward, straighten. Back into the air. One more time. Shoot the foot straighten. Now hold forward. Just hug the heel into your belly. Step the foot through. Drop the back heel. Inhale to warrior 2. Find some space here in warrior 2 again. And again, we're going to work with our index and middle finger. Reach forward, catch a hold onto the big toe, inside angle. Send the right arm alongside the right ear. Good. Think about spinning your pinky finger down toward the earth and spinning your right thumb up. Like palm is going to face behind you. Good. Hold your left toe, straighten your right arm straight up, straighten the left leg. A big long stride triangle. Hold. Take the right hand to the hip. Hold your toe, bend your knee, take your time, half moon with a big toe hold, or best you got here. If you fall out of it, then just take half moon. Good, do some nice strong work, keep lifted through your right leg. Good, press away the floor with the left leg. Another strong breath. Circle the right hand to the floor, standing splits with a big toe hold again. Fold in. Good. And then we'll take this into a long step to lunge. Hold your toe. Here's where we go into our side plank again, or Vashisthasana in Sanskrit. All right, so this could be tree pose. This could be Vashisthasana 1, right, just the legs together, or Vashisthasana 2. Pick the foot up, turn the chest open, drive up through the foot, spin the hips, spin the sternum, reach up tall, release, plank, chaturanga. Inhale, rise. Down dog on the exhale. Child's pose again. Rest for another moment, relax the arms. So I want to give you the opportunity to relax the wrists and the arms. We are going to work a little bit into an arm balance here. Okay, so just give yourself a moment to rest and release. So we're going to set up here in a moment for one arm balance. It's going to be 2 short arm balances, but one that moves into the other. So one will kind of be a progression of the other. So go ahead and come up to seated. We are going to use, well, I will show you the variation to use blocks with this. I find that it's harder to get yourself up, but easier to stay up with blocks. Okay, if you have a hard time just getting yourself up off the ground, hands to floor, as Jenny will demo, you might have an easier time just getting off the floor, but you don't have as much space as you do with blocks. Okay, so you can kind of pick and choose here, and you can always rewind and do it again. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with the legs long. We're going to go do a posture called elephant trunk pose. Bend your right knee, hold onto the outer edge, and lift the foot. Pull back like happy baby. Okay, and then we're going to thread the right arm underneath as though your right leg were a backpack, and you're kind of just putting that strap onto the upper arm. Take the right hand down, flare your elbow out. Hands to blocks or hands to earth, tone your legs, and see if your hips can come off. If it can, lift your left leg as well. Point your toes and squeeze the heel in. Good, and then release down. So that was just the first piece of the puzzle. Now, to add on, seems weird for a second, I want you to take your left foot, take it over toward the right hip, like you would do in a seated twist. Your knee must be pointing forward, your toes have to be pointing back, like north and south. Okay, we're going to take that right leg, we're going to thread it behind the shoulder again. So left knee is pointing forward, left toes are pointing by that right hip. Hands to blocks or hands to earth. Now lift up, think chaturanga. Draw your chest forward, send the left leg back, Ekapada Kundalini 2. Good. Reach through the left foot, drive through the right foot, legs are straight, pull it back in, and sit back down. Shake it out, laugh it off, and just let yourself kind of release from that side. We're going to do the same thing on the opposite side. Roll out the wrists. Good. Start here with elephant trunk pose. We're going to hold onto that foot, draw the knee back. Okay, start to thread the left arm to the inside of the thigh. Put the knee up over the shoulder, plant your hands. Do flare your elbow out a little bit, okay? And then squeeze your heel in towards your belly like you're holding onto that leg. Shift forward, press up against the top thigh as you lift the whole body, and simply come down. Now you can release the foot off your shoulder for a moment. Okay, this is where we take the right heel, bend the knee, and bring it back toward the left hip. Right knee must point forward, toes point back. If your knee is out wide, it's going to make it hard to get that leg back. Thread the left knee up over that left shoulder again. Flare the elbow, plant the hands. One side is always bound to be better than the other. Lift up, lean forward. Try to crawl, step, or float the right leg back best you can. If it goes up, even for a hot second. And then bring it in and sit it down. Good. And just let yourself release out here. Cool, we're gonna find down dog again. So ditch your props if you had them in the way. And let's take it back. Those of you who'd like to do a vinyasa can absolutely hop back into chaturanga. We'll all just meet in down dog. We're gonna take this into a little hip opener, a pigeon pose. So stretch the right leg back, step the right foot forward. Find your pigeon. Lengthen the left leg back. Send the chest forward and just fold in. Rest the head or the arms on anything that feels good. Another moment or two here in pigeon pose. All right, go ahead and walk back up onto your hands. We're going to bring the left foot forward into double pigeon. So please bring your right shin parallel to the top of your mat. Okay, we're going to lean back, take the left ankle on top of the right calf, or if you can, on top of the knee. Like two logs of fire, you kind of stack shin bone over shin bone. Now, if you look at me, I will show a modification for those if this is really painful or just really too much. Place the top foot forward on a block or even a bolster or rolled up blanket, just so it's not stacked right on top of the knee. And then if you come forward even a little bit, that tends to intensify the stretch in the outer hip. This might be a good thing for you. This might be a bad thing for you. Right? We're all very individual, and it depends on what you do with your day and who you are as a person. And so you go into this where you need to go into it, and you back out of it where you need to back out of it. Good. Go ahead and lift yourself back up and gently uncross the legs. Lean forward, chaturanga or down dog. We'll meet in downward facing dog as we close out our pigeon series. So take an inhale, stretch the left leg, step the left foot forward in between the hands. Good. And then again, send your abdomen forward. Go ahead, fold over the left thigh. And last moment here in our pigeon pose, sink in just a little bit deeper. And stretch up onto your hands. Lean to your left, slide the right leg forward. Double pigeon. Agni Stambhasana. Make the left shin parallel toward the top of the mat as best you can. Take the right foot either onto the calf or if you can all the way onto the knee. Or modification, go ahead and place it onto the block forward of your left knee. And lean forward and just let yourself fold in. If leaning forward is too much, stay upright and just relax the fingertips down against the earth. And some might feel comfortable to come into a Sphinx pose. Good. Soften the eyes, relax the gaze, or even close the eyes and just tune in. Go ahead and start to unwind this, coming out of our double pigeon. Lean back, stretch the legs forward. Good. We're just going to make our way down onto our back and close up practice here with a few more postures that should kind of follow along with the theme of what we've been doing. And we're going to work into that outer hip as well here. So start with a figure 4, cross the right ankle on top of the left thigh. Stage 1, you can keep the left foot to the floor. Stage 2, you're going to bring your figure 4 into the chest, but a little bit different. Instead of catching a hold around the left thigh, I want you to think about holding on to the foot and the knee with both elbows. So you take the left elbow around the bottom of the foot and the right elbow around the knee. Okay, and you set the left foot on the floor. For some, it might feel really good. For others, you might need to back up and just thread the hands around the thigh instead. Okay, this is called a rock the baby version in reclined pigeon pose. And for some, it might feel really good to straighten your left leg. For others, that goes into your neck and is not appropriate. Take your index and middle finger around the big toe and open the right knee to the outer right shoulder like half happy baby pose. Straighten the right leg out and open into Supta Padangusthasana. So leg stays out externally as you open it out wide. Some might feel really nice to straighten the left leg here if the knee is still bent. Take the left hand on top of your left thigh, lengthen that front thigh. Now hold the left hand onto the thigh, bring the right leg straight back up. Press down on the left thigh, lift your head, neck, and shoulders like you're drawing nose toward the knee. Let the right elbow flare out wide, hold in with your core. Lift the shoulder blade just a little bit more. And then release it down. Good. Let go of the foot. And we'll bend both knees again. We'll take the opposite side. Left ankle onto the right thigh. Okay, you can stay here. You can draw your figure four into the chest and interlace around the right thigh. Or take our reclined pigeon variation where you wrap your elbow creases around the left knee and the foot. Right foot goes to the floor, and I tend to highly recommend just keeping your right knee bent. For some, it might feel good to straighten the leg, but just see how it goes. Okay, I've said it before and I'll say it again. Don't use your body to do the postures better. Use the postures to be in your body better. Good. Work this into our half happy baby. Index and middle grab onto the big toe. Open the left knee and the left hip to your outer left shoulder. Right leg can stay bent or straighten. And we'll take this into Supta Padangusthasana 2. So you're going to keep that external rotation. It's not going up to the ceiling, it's going out wide to your left. And again, the right leg may choose to straighten now, or it might choose to stay bent. Up to you. Good, inhale, lift the left leg back up. Now hold here, right hand to the thigh, lift your head, neck, and shoulders, draw the navel in. You're gonna feel a little bit of strength here in the anterior abdominal wall, and then release the leg. Good, stretch out, arms overhead, toes forward. All right, to close up, just a little bit of last core reintegration. Arms go up toward the ceiling, knees come into the upper outer arm like crow. Now, lift the feet a little higher like happy baby, arms go forward, okay? Good. From here, squeeze the right knee onto the right arm. Send your left leg forward. Bring the left knee to the outer left arm. Straighten the left foot. Send your right leg straight forward. You got time. Do it again. Right knee to the outer right arm. Straighten the right foot. Left leg goes forward. Left knee to the outer left arm. Straighten the left foot. Right leg goes forward. Right knee to the outer right arm. Straighten the right foot. Left leg goes forward. Left knee to the outer left arm. Straighten the left leg. Right leg goes forward. Right knee to the outer arm. Release. Knees into the chest. Knee circles. Those Ekapada Kundalini 2, that arm balance you took on your back, which in some ways I find harder than actually on my hands. Let's take Supta Baddha Konasana, reclined bound angle, or often known as butterfly pose. Feet together, knees out wide. Hands can rest on your belly or on the ground. Let your inner thighs relax. Just take a few deep breaths here. know that we're transitioning into our resting period. So just a few moments to let that tension and strength and the heat from your body spread and release out of you into the ground, away from the heart, away from the abdominal wall. And now just let yourself sink into this sweet place of rest. Slide the legs out. Any props you would love to have, blankets, bolsters. Enjoy the music. Let your Shavasana unfold very naturally. Soften the gaze. Let everything just drop heavy. As always, we will let this video just naturally come to a completion. Let yourself enjoy a rest for 7 to 8 minutes longer if you have the time. As always, we thank you with so much respect, so much love, and so much gratitude. Beautiful work today. Our hearts to each of yours. Namaste.